Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 12 and 13 over diseases as well as scientific investigation. Remember, you can use these PowerPoints as you're reviewing. You can even use a search bar and if you want to, let's say, look up the word pathogen, it comes right up. So kind of useful. Just to have the PowerPoints on hand, especially during the exam. Well, anyway, let's review this real quick. Remember, of course, the link to my Dropbox is in the description of this video. Talk about bacteria, gram stain, what color they are, auger stab, whether or not they can breathe. You stab the auger. Sterilization, completely remove them from existence only through burning, and ubiquity, they're everywhere. You have pathogens and epidemics, endemics, and virulence. Pathogens is a disease-causing agent. Epidemic is a widespread outbreak. We've reached the pandemic level of this coronavirus thing. Heredity, risk factors you can't control. You can't control the factors you get from your parents. Some people are just going to get diabetes because they have bad chromosomes. And there's not too much you can do about it. You can control, however, your stress level, your nutrition, physical inactivity, substance abuse, etc. You can get pathogens through 3 different ways: direct contact, STDs, and auto-inoculation. There's different types of bacteria. Viruses are not quite alive. They have no capacity for cellular function. They can't even reproduce on their own. There's treatments for all sorts of different things. Treatments for viruses is hard because they're not really alive. Fungus, you treat with antifungals. Protozoa, they're also hard to kill because they're kind of like you. Parasitic worms as well. They usually enter the body through undercooked meats. Your body has antibodies, which look for specific antigens that diseases carry around. Leukocytes protect your body, so do macrophages. Cancer. Cancer can be malignant, or malignant means it spreads. Benign, it means it doesn't. Congenital is a disease you're born with. Deficiency disease is one that you get through not having what you need. For instance, rickets. You weren't born with rickets. You got rickets from not getting enough sunlight or not getting enough vitamins. Headache's a common neurological disorder. So are swollen lymph nodes. Well, not neurological disorder, but common disorder. Your thymus protects the body. Your spleen holds an emergency supply of blood. Fever can kill through raising your body temperature. You have 2 different types of immunity, acquired and innate. Acquired is when you have a disease and your body remembers it, so you don't get it again. Innate immunity is something you hold naturally. Some people are just naturally immune to certain things. Some humans are just immune to a disease just because they're humans. For instance, distemper. You don't get distemper, which is a dog disease, because you're not a dog. And that's where we end chapter 12. As far as chapter 13 goes, you're going to have to read through most of this stuff because it's not really hard. It's just kind of memorization type stuff. From Plato to Aristotle to the questions of biogenesis, cosmogenesis, and humanity. Lots of philosophical stuff. You have Martin Luther with his Sola Fide, Sola Scriptura. Many different advances from Vesalius to Harvey to Francesco Redi and Louis Pasteur, defeating superstitious, spontaneous generation and implementing the biblical view of biogenesis. And you have many different ideas that come up from Carolus Linnaeus's taxonomic ranks, binomial nomenclature, to Sir Francis Bacon and his theory of reasoning of deductive and inductive logic. The scientific method, which describes how to do a experiment well, to the difference between a law and a theory, a law being an unshapable mathematical theory, a theory being simply a way to It thought I said hi Siri instead of a theory. Anyway, must have a lisp. Theory can be modified based on what you find out. And variables, how to do an experiment well. Independent variable, dependent variable, control variable. All right, that's all you need to know. Happy studying and happy Monday.